Standing there.
Oh.
Murder in your head.
Oh. This looks good.
That's awesome. Peppa Pig.
Oh. Oh. Warwick Arms. Wow. Look at that building with the smokestacks on it.
What's a smokestack?
Those chimneys up there again. Isn't that wild? So funny. It's the animal ambulance.
Madonna has stayed there. Pamela Anderson, Leonardo DiCaprio, Sylvester Stallone, Jim Carrey. And before it was a hotel, it used to be a hotel. Joaquin Phoenix playing that particular role, so I'm looking forward to seeing that at the IMAX cinema in Waterloo, which has the biggest cinema screen in London. We're going to go past that later in the tour, in a walk to Harrods from this next stop. So Hyde Park is straight ahead. Harrods is just to the left of us. As I said, 12-minute walk just on. Essentially, if you walk in that direction, the road splits into two. Take the left fork, and when you see Knightsbridge Tube Station, you will see Harrods straight in front of it. So just on the left-hand side here, this is number 1 London Apsley House. This is where the Duke of Wellington used to live. The current Duke lives on the top floor. The rest of it is a museum and art gallery dedicated to the original one. Now this horse's head sculpture, just slightly over there on the right-hand side, has nothing to do with the mafia. It's called Stillwater, and it's available for £1 million if you want to buy it. But stop 18 is this next stop, and it's just coming up.
Wow, look at that.
Speaking about various subjects, anybody can do it as long as you don't incite a riot, speak ill of the royal family or blaspheme. There it is on the left, it's the biggest corner. It's just coming up. Marble Arch. Marble Arch is that arch at the end of the road there. It's covered up because it's being cleaned at the moment. But this is our stop, number 1 on the map. Oxford Street is just to the right of Marble Arch, which is 1.2 miles of shopping. It's the longest shopping street in Europe. On the side, the first one is the Grosvenor House Hotel, opened 1929. The first hotel in London to have ensuite bathrooms, and the Queen, actually the last Queen, and then had an ice skate there when she was 7 with her sister, Princess Margaret, when there was an ice rink there. The Great Room is where we held the Pride of Britain Awards and the post-BAFTA award ceremony, and the ballroom can hold 2,000 people. Now the next famous hotel we're about to pass is the Dorchester, coming up very soon. 8 times married Elizabeth Taylor, had 5 of her honeymoons in the Dorchester Hotel. They actually installed some revolving doors where we think that might have been for the husbands, but I'm not too sure. Well, check it out. And a tin of Heinz baked beans. And the church coming into view just here on the right-hand side is a Christopher Wren designed church. Christopher Wren being the architect of St. Paul's. It's called St. James Piccadilly, and it's only one of 2 churches that he had designed outside of the city of London. Straight ahead of us, beyond those traffic lights, is the statue of Yields of Books at 12.8 kilometers. 6 floors, a restaurant on the top floor, cafes on the basement. Space in Europe. The first electronic advertising space was here in 1908. The first thing that I advertised was a drink called Bovril. So Shaftesbury Avenue is now on the left.
That's intense.
Straight ahead of us is Leicester Square beyond those traffic lights. Leicester Square is surrounded by cinemas where most of the main movie premieres took place. This is the Haymarket. Our next stop is number 3 at Trafalgar Square. That's coming up when we turn left at the bottom. So yes, the House of Parliament straight in front of us. Split into the 2 chambers of the House of Commons, and there's 1,100 rooms in there, 100 staircases, 3 miles of corridors, 5 kilometers. It's 8 bars and restaurants. You've got a hair salon, a gym, shooting gallery, and they do tours of Parliament as well. I did one about 5 or 6 years ago. It's really, really good. If you go on the UK Parliament website, you just book one in. They also do a set of Big Ben, so you get to climb up the 334 stairs, which leads right up to the top, and you get to stand right next to Big Ben when it strikes the hour. As we approach Parliament Square, you just have a look over here on the left-hand side. This part of Parliament here, just there on the left, that's the oldest part. It's called Westminster Hall with a big arch window there on the left. So parts of that date back to 1097, and when the Queen Elizabeth II died last year, they put her coffin in there for 4 days so people could walk past and pay their respect. The square that we are just about to go around is called Parliament Square. So back in those days.
Oh, Scotland,
And
alright.
the famous statue is there on the right. But over on the right, City of London, the history of 2,000 years. There's the dome of St. Paul's Cathedral there. And just to the right of the dome, you've got those skyscrapers, the cheese grater, the scalpel, the walkie-talkie. And then the latest edition where my finger's pointing there, it's known as the Kardashians.
Oh no. The cheese grater.
So our next stop is number 8 on the map. Covent Garden. Just here on the right. So we are in the oldest part of London, the City of London, founded in 43 AD by the Roman Emperor Claudius. The Roman name for London was Londinium. This is also the financial part of London as well. Well, actually, London and New York are the 2 top financial centres in the world. So the City of London, where we are right now, is 500 banks. Approximately, the Bank of England is here as well, which has 400,000 gold bars in it. So approximately half a million people work here, but only 8,000 people live here. So on the weekend, as it is today, obviously, and that's why it destroyed all those houses. But they eventually stopped the fire by getting some gunpowder from the Tower of London, and they blew up a series of houses so the fire couldn't attach itself to anything. But when we take a right here and head towards London Bridge, if you look to the left, and get the cameras out if you want to take a picture of it. But where that red bus is, just turning in left there, that's where the monument is. It's the monument to the Great Fire. 202 feet high, 311 steps to the top. It cost £6 to go up to the top. It's the tallest freestanding stone column in the world. So look to the left now. And there is the monument.
Oh wow. The Great Fire Monument.
Thanks, Alan. And this is London Bridge.
London,
This version of London Bridge opened 1973. As we cross this bridge and we look to the left, you see another bridge. Our bridge.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Straight ahead of us, that tall building sticking up out of the buildings is the Shard. We have our own tour guide at the front.
That's awesome.
Cross that bridge very soon. But the ship just down there on the left-hand side is HMS Belfast, which was one of the first ships to fire its guns during the D-Day landings with panes of glass. And it's got a five-star. Hi there. It's got a five-star hotel called the Shangri-La Hotel. And if you want to buy an apartment in the Shard, it'll cost you between 30 and 50 million pounds. Done. That's it.
Right in chat.
Yeah. From the tallest viewing platform, you can see up to 40 miles away. So what's going to happen is we're going to take a left here, and we're going to cross Tower Bridge. So let's talk about a little bit the history of the bridge. You know, the bridge took 8 years to build. It opened in 1894. It was designed by the architect Horace Jones with his engineer John Wolfe Barry. And what actually happened was on the 30th of December 1952, the 78 bus was crossing Tower Bridge, and the watchman who was responsible for putting down the barriers and ringing the bell to let the traffic know that the bridge was opening simply forgot. This information is actually on the Tower Bridge website as well. So he forgot. So the driver of the bus, Albert Gunter, had this choice. He thought, well, the bridge is opening up, I better cross it. So he actually drove his bus as the bridge is opening up like that. He drove his bus across and landed it on the other side. And he was. Everyone was taken to hospital, but the driver himself, Albert Gunter, was the only person that was injured. He broke his leg. But for his heroics, he was given a day off work and £10 reward, which is the equivalent of £290 in today's money. And there's a clip of him being interviewed on YouTube, and the reporter says to him, "So, what are you going to do with the £10? They said, 5 for me, 5 for the missus." That's on the YouTube now, all that information. So if anybody wants to do the boat trip is just over there on the right-hand side. That's where you take it from. Just there on the right.
It's hard to get a view of it on that. Yeah, I feel like it was down that way. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Up as we go over the central part, if you look up, you'll see the walkways. You'll see the glass floor, so people actually looking down at us, looking up at them.
Nice.
Yeah. And so if you want to do the same, if you want to go up there, just to go to Tower Bridge Experience, which is £12.30. What about this beautiful building just coming up here on the left-hand side is the Tower of London. There it is. The four-turreted White Tower, which is the bit right in the middle there, that's the oldest part. It was actually built around 1078 for William the Conqueror, the French king who conquered this country in 1066 when he defeated Harold at the Battle of Hastings. So in its time it's been a palace, a prison, a place of execution, a royal mint, a zoo. There was a zoo here until 1834, so at one point you would have seen an elephant in here, you would have seen polar bears, lots of different types of animals. The only animals left in there today are the 9 ravens, but you'll also see the crown jewels as well. Amongst the crown jewels, you see the largest cut colourless diamond in the world. It's called the Great Star of Africa. Also, you'll see the Imperial State Crown, which has 2,868 diamonds in it. You'll be given tours by the beekeepers. They actually live inside. Well, their official title is called the Yeoman Warders. They actually live in there as well. I mean, there's a great example of ancient and modern right next to each other. The Shard completed 2013, the Tower of London. It's yeah. I don't know how to describe one of those though.
Lying in the meat. Don't go lying. Oh. Green light. It's a person walking. Oh.
Yeah, bubble tea.
Like these are like every monsters or monsters. Yeah, every monster.
Drink.
And then all the...
Extended version. No.
That's amazing.
Rockin' dolls. Look lit. Who? Don't look right. Look left. Looking. Nighttime setting in. 3:30. I think that's our room right down there.
Probably.
Lower level room.
Yeah, it is. I remember those yellow flowers.
Oh yeah. It's like a Rick Steves stayed here at one point and recommended it. It's a nice tree.
Straight ahead of us is Oxford Street, 1.2 miles of shopping, the longest shopping street in Europe. The most popular, the busiest shop on Oxford Street is.